should be investigated.
Listen, I can quantify the 113. I knew that was going to happen. Knew it. And by the way, that's it's not even that crazy. Okay, 113. Even though his scorecard looks a little questionable, but they were done in ink, and it's all right. Which takes us to Robert Tapper, who scored the card correctly, which is 114. That should have been the fight. 114. Rounds 1 through 6. Okay, well, let's talk about round 1 and 2 first, Andrew. You and I both scored those rounds for Deontay Wilder. And I will say this, Deontay Wilder was the busier fighter in round 1 and in round 2. Fair assessment?
You know why I gave it to him? Because nothing happened.
Yeah, but he at least connected with more punches.
No, wait a minute. I just said, I'm telling you, he's the champ. Nothing happened. Tyson didn't really land shit. He didn't land shit. So you give it to the champ. But there was no, oh, man, Wilder's really putting it on him right now. Fuck out of here with that shit.
However,
champ.
Anybody with a rational brain, right, would see rounds 3 to about round 5 or 6, right?
No, I say round 8. Lee, this fight is not hard to judge. One guy.
I'm kind of with. Look at rounds 5 and 6. Look at rounds.
He's not even landing.
Hold on,
half
Andrew.
Of his punches.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
16%.
Andrew, you're being emotional.
Whatever. No, I'm being real. 16% landing, and you're telling me, oh, he might have won a round?
By the way, Jack Reese was exactly the referee I thought he'd be in this fight.
Yes, he
right?
was. Yes, he was. That's another stand-up for
Told you guys exactly how he was going to let that fight go down, and all he did was hold. If they had gotten Tom Taylor, he would have gotten warning for that holding, and the entire makeup of the fight would have been separate.
The fight. That 12th round, a lot of referees.
Oh, everybody would have waved him off on the full back. Not Jack.
1,002.
Yeah, no, Jack's making it a fight. Rochin now lives in San Diego. Rochin has been judging since '92. The organization he is most frequently judging is the WBC. Rochin was introduced to the California Boxing Hall of Fame this year. Wow, lucky for him. Rochin scored the fight 115-111 in favor of Wilder. Incredibly, Rochin also had the first 4 rounds 10-9 in favor of Wilder. British judge Phil Edwards had it 113-113. Right, he had this fight scored correct. And the Canadian Robert Tapper 114-112. I like the 113. Look,
you did not have it a draw.
Look, he got a gift, bro. He got a gift. Okay, he got a gift.
I know, but you did not have this fight a draw.
Made an epic mistake. Epic mistake in the 12th round.
Bending over.
Epic mistake.
He did it in the 9th too.
Yeah, right.
And I'm gonna tell you what, he got bored in the 9th. Yeah, that hit him behind the ear, whatever. He got up and shook that shit off, started throwing punches right away.
He got hit so hard.
In the 12th round, he got dinged. In the 12th, that's a fucking unbelievable moment for Tyson Fury right there. I love the Undertaker fucking meme that's going. Dude, did you see Deontay's face? Even he was like, oh my God. This that motherfucker got right back up and starts slapping. Now listen, all right, first off, I got 2 things I want to get into. First off is a controversial decision that everyone's talking about, and I want to clarify why this is different from other controversial decisions in the history of boxing.
It's not.
No, yes it is. Let me get this out. Most of the time, Lee, the controversial decision in boxing happens when the fan favorite fighter loses a small margin on the cards. What happens is when you have most of the media, most of the fan base going, oh, I think fighter A is going to win. I'll fight. Oh, I think fighter A. Oh, fighter A. Then all of a sudden he loses a close one. You know what happens? The guys look at each other. Hey, who'd you have winning that fight? I thought fighter A won that fight. So did I! And then you ask the next guy, and the next guy, and all of a sudden a snowball effect happens. No one has the same cards. All they all say is, I had it 7-5 the other way. That's all the scores they give. 7-5, 7-5. But it's always the fan favorite. Last night, what we seen was the boxing world who had a lot of them, the media members, the ex-fighters, all picked Wilder. Wilder was going to knock Tyson Fury out. Tyson Fury took everybody, and they're calling him the winner today. You never get that where the people that they thought was going to lose, they turn around and go, no, I gave it to him. I actually had this fight wrong. When do you hear people really say that? So that is the difference when you want to bring up controversial decision. Tyson Fury was the underdog. He was not the fan favorite going into last night, and yet we all know he won that fucking fight. We all know. This was Juan Manuel Marquez, Manny Pacquiao won all over again. Marquez gets knocked down 3 times in the first round, gets up and wins, 9 of the next 11 rounds? We all know. The only knock I have in that fight is he got knocked down 3 times. Joe Cortez doesn't stop it, but that's a whole nother story. Move on. Now about the 12th round. Everyone seems to have this idea that in boxing, as soon as a fighter goes down 10-8,
well, that was a pretty substantial knockdown, dude.
Oh, okay, Lee, look at the score. Look at the time. It happens in 1 minute. So in boxing, when the bell rings, it's 10-10, correct?
Yeah.
There's no point to it. So when you get dropped in the first minute, 10-9, bam. 1 point goes to the champ. He's now in the lead, 10-9. The 8th point is supposed to come, the second point is supposed to come at the end. When you say, not only did he knock him down, but he beat him in the round. Gosh darn it, you guys. Tyson Fury came back off of that 12th round knockdown and stuns Deontay Wilder 3 fucking times. 3 times. Deontay's not trying to punch. He's moving back. He's in survival mode. He's dead. They have reasons for it. I'm not knocking the dude. I'm telling you what I seen. But to call that 12th round a 10-8 is the same bullshit they pulled with De La Hoya Corte in their 12th round. If anyone remembers their 12th round, bell rings, ding, ding, ding. Jim Lampley says De La Hoya needs to throw the left hook. What's got him here? Bam, he hits him with like 30 seconds in the round. Dropped Corte. Corte gets up, goes to the ropes. Oscar throws a 30-punch combo. We're only like a minute into the round. And then Corte throws a jab right hand off the ropes and stuns Oscar. Switches Oscar around. For the next 2 minutes is walking Oscar down, pummeling him. Oscar doesn't throw a punch for a long time. They say 10-8. That's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. That knockdown happened too early. There was 2 minutes left in the fucking round to say, oh, no, it's already a 10-8 round. I don't even know. Then the very next thing that happens after Wilder drops Fury is he gets hurt walking in trying to finish Fury. This fight was a great fight. Tyson Fury's the lineal champion again. Tyson Fury's the people's champion again. Tyson Fury's going back to the UK as a fucking legend. Do you think any of those people give a fuck what those corrupt-ass scorecards had? They can pop this videotape in every day of the week and rewatch this fight and feel happy. That is the only time you know that your fighter won. I'm telling you right now, whenever people say Trinidad versus De La Hoya, I had De La Hoya losing, I tell them, oh, let's watch the fight. You give me the 7 rounds. Let's watch it. Oh, no, I don't want to watch it. Yeah, I bet you don't. I bet you fucking don't, because you know you can't pick 7. And for that fucker Rochin to tell me Deontay Wilder won 7 rounds in this fight, it's a fucking joke. I want him to explain while the round's being played why he scored it for Deontay. I bet you he can't.
Again, it's where you sit from the angle and how much money you're being offered in your other ear, Andrew.
Now, will you tell him about the clip that I gave you? Will you tell him about the clip that's out?
Can you take a deep breath?
Whew, I need coffee.
You need to relax, bro.
No, you don't need to relax.
Still got another half hour of your rant left, and we're getting ready to go to your biggest part of this, which is your live conspiracy theory.
Oh, man.
So, Andrew, shortly after the fight and the robbery, literally the minute the fight happened, I texted to Andrew, here's the draw. Yep. I called it. I knew it would be like this. if you guys didn't jump on that 22-1, you got nobody to blame but yourself, since I called it.
Happened on Wednesday.
Yeah. I told you guys how to bet it. I told you how to bet it again on Friday. If you didn't get any money down on that draw, you have nobody to blame but yourself. But shout out to Paul Cuff, who said, Lee, who the fuck bets on the draw? Only you, dude. Only you. This one was clean and obvious, and I knew it was going to happen. I'll say it again. I knew Fury was going to go the distance. Knew it. Nobody believed me. I knew that if it went the distance, they were going to do everything in their power to fix the fight. That's my final take on the whole thing before we get into the next part. The next part of all of this is Mr. Lapachet, who shortly after the fight, as I said, I already know the outcome. And when they said split decision, I went, oh, shit, they actually came up with a decision. Like, I actually stood there with, holy shit, they actually came up with a decision. They're going to give one scorecard to Deontay Wilder, which, okay, he could save a little face, right? He can do his whole, hey, I knocked him down twice. This is bullshit. I need a rematch. They give him an out. I thought he was going to get one scorecard. That's what I thought when they said split decision. And by the way, a draw is not a split decision.
It's a split decision draw. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One guy went Fury, one guy went Wilder, the other guy had it tied. That's a split decision draw.
What you say in that
we said it on Wednesday.
Situation is we go to the scorecards. That's it, Jimmy. I don't know who's in your ear. I don't know who the producer is. The reason there was a bigger reaction in that crowd is because everybody thought the same thing I thought. Okay? Which was, oh, we're going to get a real decision. What you need to say is, I'm going to the scorecards. That's it. I'm going to the producers at Showtime. We're going to the scorecards. Okay? That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. And then people aren't fucking crazy. All right. Near riots in there. By the way, the English girls that they showed on camera, were they not hot as AF? Did you not see them in the crowd? Or are you just trying to be cool about this?
No, I mean,
the crowd shots of the English women.
Crowd, eh? No, I was kind of pretty nervous on the fight. It was a good fight. No, I'm not looking at the crowd. I did see in the beginning Showtime handed their front row seats to like everyone that works for them. I did notice that about this fight. There was not one movie celebrity there that didn't work for Showtime, it seemed, in my opinion, or at least, 90% of the guests.
Chadwick Boseman does not work for Showtime?
Shit. And what did I just say? 90% of the people that were there are Showtime employees. Stop it. It's like a commercial for all of their shows.
So you can go to fightnetradio.com, scroll down, and Andrew is replaying the fight and taking his camera and zooming in on Alexander. What's the dude Rochin? What's his first name? Well, Rochin. Alejandro. I was going to say Alexander. Alejandro Rochin talking to Jose Suleiman and one other shaved head.
No. Alejandro Rochin is on the. If you're looking at him,
he's in the middle, and to the left is Suleiman, and to the right is a shaved-headed dude.
No, the guy that Suleiman is talking to is the commissioner, I believe.
Okay,
he's the one that takes the scorecard from Rochin and puts it on the official one. But if you look at them two talking to each other, what are they talking about?
Well, first of all, nobody should be talking to a referee.
A commissioner.
During
the fight.
Nobody, the rules, California rules, nobody is to be talking to the referee during a fight. If you're judging a fight, nobody talks to you. Nobody. There's a full-on conversation happening at that table and looking at scorecards and passing them around.
And he shows Jose Suleiman something, and you see Jose looks like he says, okay. He shakes his head in a yes way, and he looks like and then they watch the fight. And Rochin is the guy sitting on the left of Suleiman that comes up with this bullshit scorecard. 7 fucking rounds. That was worse than Canelo Mayweather, and they had her suspended.
So feel free to go watch the video and react and comment.
I just want to know someone needs to find out why Suleiman was talking to that man in the beginning of the 12th round to the fight that his belt was a part of. If I'm Tyson Fury, I want to know what was said